What if I told you that hidden within the pages of the Bible is a prophecy that could foretell the fate of modern-day Iran? Let's dive into the mysterious texts of Jeremiah 49:34-39, where the ancient land of Elam, a region that forms part of modern Iran, takes center stage. Imagine standing in the bustling streets of ancient Elam, surrounded by Babylonian cuneiform tablets and the whispers of prophets foretelling a destiny veiled in shadows. But here's the twist. These prophetic verses are often overlooked, leaving us to wonder why such significant predictions remain shrouded in obscurity. Could these ancient words hold the key to understanding Iran's future on the world stage? Picture this: the mighty kingdom of Elam, once a formidable power in the heart of the Mesopotamian cradle of civilization, now a faded name in the annals of history. Yet, the Bible speaks of Elam's rise and fall with an eeriness that sends shivers down your spine. Why do these verses, so specific in their foretelling, not dominate our discussions about biblical prophecies today? Could it be that their relevance is yet to unfold, or perhaps they carry a message too daunting to confront? As we unravel these ancient mysteries, you might start to question everything you thought you knew about the intersection of prophecy and geopolitics. So, how do these ancient texts tie into the complex tapestry of today's world? The answer might just change your perspective forever. Elam, a name that echoes through the corridors of history, emerges as a force of formidable might in the ancient world. Nestled in the fertile plains of the southwestern Iranian plateau, Elam rose to power amidst the crumbling vestiges of neighboring empires. The Elamites, with their distinctive language and culture, constructed a civilization that thrived on the crossroads of trade routes and cultural exchanges. They were not merely passive recipients of the influences that flowed through Mesopotamia. They were active participants in shaping the destiny of the region. Their capital, Susa, stood as a beacon of Elamite glory, adorned with palaces and temples that spoke of their divine favor and earthly power. This ancient kingdom was not just a footnote in biblical prophecy, but a key player in the divine narratives etched in Scripture. Elam's story is one of conflict and conquest, woven into the larger tapestry of ancient Mesopotamia's turbulent history. Tensions brewed as the Elamites clashed with their powerful neighbors, including the Akkadians, Babylonians, and Assyrians. These were not mere skirmishes, but epic battles that decided the fate of nations. The Elamites, with their fierce warriors and strategic prowess, were formidable adversaries who left an indelible mark on the annals of war. Their legacy is immortalized in the biblical accounts, where their interactions with Israel and surrounding nations are depicted not just as historical events, but as divinely orchestrated encounters. Elam's presence in Genesis, where they are mentioned among the coalition of kings, underscores their geopolitical significance at the time. As we delve deeper into the biblical narrative, Elam's connections to pivotal events become strikingly apparent. It's in the book of Daniel, where the prophet finds himself in the citadel of Susa, that Elam's shadow looms large. This location is not coincidental, but a deliberate choice that ties Elam to the prophetic visions that unfold. The Elamites are not just passive subjects of prophecy. They are active participants in the divine drama that spans the ages. Their history, intertwined with the biblical narrative, serves as a testament to their role in the unfolding of God's plan. It's a reminder that every rise and fall of a nation is intricately woven into a grander divine scheme. Elam's downfall, as prophesied in the Scriptures, is a tale of tragic inevitability. Their ascension to power was matched only by their dramatic decline. The reasons for their fall are not merely political or military, but deeply rooted in their spiritual and moral choices. Biblical prophecies like those in Jeremiah illuminate this downfall as a divinely orchestrated event, serving as a cautionary tale for nations that stray from righteousness. The Elamite story is a reminder of the transient nature of earthly power and the enduring consequences of defying divine decrees. Their legacy, while marked by achievements, is ultimately overshadowed by their prophesied demise. The prophecy concerning Elam's fall is laden with profound significance, transcending the historical and touching the spiritual. It prompts a reflection on the nature of power and the divine justice that governs the rise and fall of empires. Elam, though long vanished from the maps, continues to be a symbol of prophetic truth that resonates through time. The reason for their prophesied downfall, as etched in Scripture, remains a subject of intrigue and contemplation. It speaks volumes about the larger cosmic narrative that envelops our world, where every nation plays a role in fulfilling divine prophecy, whether consciously or unwittingly. In this exploration of Elam's prophetic narrative, the verse from Genesis and the visions in Daniel serve as anchors that root their story in a biblical context. These references are not mere historical footnotes, but profound connections that reveal the depth and complexity of Elam's role in biblical history. As we continue to unravel the mysteries surrounding Elam, the anticipation builds for the revelations that lie ahead. This ancient kingdom, though fallen, continues to cast its shadow over the present, prompting reflection on the enduring relevance of these biblical prophecies. The journey through Elam's rise and fall is far from over, with more secrets waiting to be uncovered. As we shift our gaze to the modern landscape of Iran, the shadow of Elam still lingers, weaving the threads of its ancient legacy into the fabric of contemporary geopolitics. The geographical overlap is striking, with the ancient territory of Elam forming a significant part of today's southwestern Iran. This region, marked by its rugged mountains and fertile plains, serves as a testament to the enduring influence of its ancestral heritage. The cultural echoes of Elam resonate through the ages, influencing the development of Persian civilization. The Elamites, with their distinct language and script, laid the groundwork for the rich tapestry of Persian culture that would later flourish in the region. The historical connections between the Elamite and Persian cultures are profound, creating a seamless transition from one civilization to another. While the Elamites thrived in their time, the rise of the Persian Empire under leaders like Cyrus the Great signified a new era. The remnants of Elam's cultural and administrative practices were absorbed and transformed as the Persians established their dominance. This cultural synthesis is evident in the architectural styles, religious practices, and administrative systems that persisted through the ages. The legacy of Elam, though subsumed by Persian power, continued to influence the region's development, shaping the identity of a burgeoning empire that would leave an indelible mark on history. The implications of biblical prophecy on Iran's future continue to stir intrigue and speculation. The ancient texts, with their cryptic messages and symbolic language, offer a lens through which the current geopolitical landscape can be examined. Iran's strategic position in the Middle East, with its rich reserves of natural resources and its pivotal role in regional politics, echoes the significance once held by Elam in antiquity. The prophecies concerning Elam, though ancient, resonate with a timeless relevance that invites reflection on the cyclical nature of history. The possibility that these prophecies might still hold sway over the nation's destiny fuels a sense of wonder and anticipation as scholars and theologians seek to decipher their true meaning. Iran's strategic importance in the contemporary Middle East cannot be overstated. As a nation with a rich cultural heritage and a complex political landscape, it stands at the crossroads of global interests and regional dynamics. The echoes of Elam's past, intertwined with the prophetic narratives, cast a long shadow over Iran's current role on the world stage. The country's geopolitical maneuvers, alliances, and conflicts are often scrutinized through the lens of prophecy, as analysts and historians attempt to connect the dots between ancient predictions and modern realities. This intersection of prophecy and geopolitics creates a tapestry of intrigue that captivates the imagination and challenges conventional understandings of the region's future. The question of whether these ancient prophecies still hold power today is one that lingers in the minds of many. The words of the prophets, while rooted in a distant past, seem to reverberate through the corridors of time, touching upon the core of human experience and the unfolding of history. The narratives of Elam and Iran, though separated by millennia, are bound by a thread of continuity that defies simple explanation. As the world watches Iran's actions on the global stage, the specter of prophecy looms large, inviting contemplation on the mysteries of fate and divine orchestration. The potential for these ancient words to shape the future is a tantalizing prospect that keeps the story alive, full of unresolved tension and anticipation for what lies ahead. When you think of Persia during biblical times, what comes to mind? Perhaps it's the grandiose architecture of Persepolis, the majestic capital that dazzled with its towering columns and intricate relief carvings. But beyond the breathtaking structures and the legendary wealth, Persia's influence during biblical times was nothing short of monumental. Envision the vast Persian Empire stretching from the shores of the Aegean Sea to the Indus Valley, a tapestry of cultures and peoples woven together under the rule of the Achaemenid dynasty. It was during this golden era that the Persian Empire played a pivotal role in the biblical narrative, particularly in the stories of exile and restoration for the Jewish people. As conquerors of Babylon, the Persians were unexpectedly cast as liberators, paving the way for the return of the Jews to their homeland. This striking reversal of fortune, orchestrated by Persian kings, is a testament to the profound interconnectedness of political and spiritual realms during this period. Let's delve into the story of Cyrus the Great, the Persian monarch whose edict in 539 BCE forever altered the course of Jewish history, as the book of Ezra recounts. It was Cyrus who issued a decree allowing the Jewish exiles to return to Jerusalem and rebuild their temple. This act of liberation wasn't merely a political maneuver. It was seen as a fulfillment of divine prophecy. Imagine the joy and relief of the Jewish captives, long removed from their homeland, now given the chance to rebuild their lives and their faith. Cyrus's unexpected role as a messianic figure raises profound questions about the sovereignty of divine will in human affairs. How could a king, a pagan by Jewish standards, be an instrument of God's plan? This paradox challenges our understanding of divine selection and the unpredictable ways in which destiny unfolds. Amidst the backdrop of Persia's vast empire, the spiritual lessons from its biblical influence are manifold. The story of Esther, set in the court of King Xerxes, offers a riveting narrative of courage, faith, and divine providence. Picture Esther, a Jewish queen in a foreign land, risking her life to save her people from annihilation. Her bravery and strategic wisdom are celebrated in the festival of Purim, a reminder of the enduring power of faith and the belief that salvation can come from the most unexpected places. These narratives are imbued with moral and spiritual teachings that transcend time, inviting reflection on the themes of courage, justice, and the unseen hand of providence, guiding the affairs of nations. Now, consider how Persia's history might influence current geopolitical events. The legacy of the Persian Empire, with its emphasis on cultural tolerance and administrative efficiency, continues to reverberate through modern governance models. The echoes of Persia's past can be seen in contemporary diplomatic strategies that prioritize dialogue and cultural exchange over conflict. As tensions simmer in the Middle East, the lessons from Persia's storied past offer valuable insights into the potential for peaceful coexistence. Could it be that the ancient Persian approach to empire building holds keys to resolving today's complex international issues? This inquiry into the past challenges us to seek wisdom from the annals of history as we navigate present-day challenges. The continuity of Persia's legacy in modern Iran is both fascinating and complex. The cultural and historical threads that connect ancient Persia to today's Iranian identity are tangible in the nation's art, language, and customs. The enduring influence of Zoroastrianism, Persia's ancient religion, is reflected in Iran's cultural festivals and spiritual practices. These traditions, though evolved, carry the essence of Persia's ancient ethos, characterized by an appreciation for diversity and a deep respect for cultural heritage. In the modern political landscape, Iran stands as a testament to the enduring legacy of its Persian forebears, a nation shaped by millennia of history and poised at the intersection of tradition and modernity. As we ponder the implications of this continuity, we're left with unanswered questions about the future. How will Iran navigate its dual heritage of ancient grandeur and modern ambition? And what role will it play in the unfolding narrative of world history? These questions linger, inviting us to look beyond the present and into the enigmatic future that awaits. The enigma of the Magi unfolds with a complexity that has intrigued scholars and spiritual seekers alike for centuries. These wise men, often depicted as mysterious travelers from the East, make their dramatic entrance in the Gospel of Matthew, where they follow a celestial sign to herald the. Their origins, steeped in the lore of Persia, add layers of mystique to their story. Imagine the vast, arid landscapes of ancient Persia, where Zoroastrian priests meticulously studied the stars, seeking divine guidance in the movement of celestial bodies. The Magi, as custodians of this ancient wisdom, were more than mere astrologers. They were revered figures, possessing knowledge that transcended their earthly domain. The Persian roots of the Magi are deeply entwined with the spiritual and cultural fabric of the ancient world, known as magicians or astrologers. These learned men were part of a priestly caste within the Zoroastrian faith, which was the dominant religious system in Persia at the time. Their expertise in astronomy and astrology granted them a unique status, allowing them to serve as advisors to kings and emperors. The Magi's journey from Persia to Bethlehem is shrouded in symbolism, representing a bridge between the wisdom of the East and the unfolding of a new spiritual era in the Christian narrative. Their presence at the nativity scene is a testament to the interconnectedness of diverse religious traditions and the universal search for truth. The role of the Magi in heralding the birth of Jesus is steeped in prophetic significance, marking a moment where celestial and earthly realms converge. As they presented their gifts of gold, frankincense, and myrrh, each offering carried symbolic weight, reflecting the recognition of Jesus' kingship, divinity, and eventual suffering. This act of homage from foreign dignitaries underscores the notion that the birth of Christ was a cosmic event, acknowledged far beyond the borders of Judea. The journey of the Magi, guided by the light of a star, serves as a metaphor for the quest for enlightenment and the pursuit of spiritual truth that transcends earthly limitations. The prophetic significance of the Magi extends beyond their visit to the infant Jesus. Their story invites contemplation on the broader narrative of divine revelation and the ways in which ancient prophecies find fulfillment in unexpected circumstances. The presence of these foreign sages, guided by a star, suggests a divine orchestration that defies human boundaries and challenges preconceived notions of spiritual exclusivity. Through their journey, the Magi become symbols of hope and the universality of the Christian message, heralding a new era of spiritual awakening that transcends ethnic and cultural divisions. The story of the Magi weaves seamlessly into larger biblical narratives, enriching the tapestry of prophecy and fulfillment. Their inclusion in the Gospel of Matthew, alongside references to the prophet Daniel, highlights the intricate connections between the Old and New Testaments. As figures who bridge the gap between different cultures and faiths, the Magi serve as a reminder of the enduring power of prophecy to unite humanity in the search for divine truth. This convergence of prophetic traditions invites reflection on the ways in which ancient wisdom continues to illuminate the path towards spiritual enlightenment and understanding. As the journey of the Magi unfolds, the mystery surrounding their origins and purpose deepens, inviting further exploration into the symbolic and spiritual dimensions of their story. While their presence in the biblical narrative is brief, the impact of their journey reverberates through the ages, challenging us to consider the broader implications of their quest for truth. The Magi's legacy, woven into the fabric of prophetic tradition, serves as a beacon of hope and a testament to the enduring power of spiritual discovery. As we continue to explore the mysteries of prophecy and divine revelation, the story of the Magi remains a compelling chapter in the ongoing narrative of faith and enlightenment. The book of Daniel holds visions that have confounded and captivated for millennia, especially when they brush against the Persian Empire. Imagine standing in ancient Susa, the air thick with anticipation and divine whispers. Here, Daniel experienced dreams that transcended mere mortal comprehension, visions teeming with symbolic beasts that roamed the landscape of his mind. These creatures, fierce and otherworldly, were not simple figments of imagination, but potent symbols representing empires that would rise and fall. Among them, Persia emerged, its significance in these visions undeniable, casting a mysterious shadow over the unfolding narrative of history. The imagery of these beasts is as vivid as it is chilling. Picture a ram with two horns, one longer than the other, charging with unstoppable force across the plains. This was Persia in Daniel's vision, a kingdom of immense power, destined to dominate, and yet ultimately challenged by a goat with a prominent horn, symbolizing Greece. These apocalyptic encounters were not only about the clash of empires, but bore deeper meanings that resonated through time. They spoke of an era of conflict and conquest, of rulers whose destinies were intertwined with divine plans. The power struggles depicted in these visions were not merely tales of old, but harbingers of future upheavals, a dance of dominance that transcends the ages. Persia, within these prophetic dreams, was more than an empire. It was a key player in the cosmic story that Daniel unfolded. The visions revealed a world in flux, where kingdoms battled for supremacy, their fates hanging in the balance of divine orchestration. Persia, through Daniel's eyes, was both a giant and a cog in the grand machinery of prophecy, its influence echoing through the corridors of time. The interplay between Persia and other powers, as foreseen by Daniel, hints at a reality where earthly events reflect greater celestial designs, a drama that continues to unfold on the global stage. These prophetic visions, however, are not confined to the realms of antiquity. Their implications ripple through the fabric of modern geopolitical tensions, offering a lens through which contemporary events can be interpreted. The dynamics of power, the rise and fall of nations, and the shifting alliances that define today's political landscape bear uncanny resemblances to these age-old prophecies. The echoes of Daniel's visions suggest a continuity, a thread of destiny that weaves through the fabric of history, hinting at future developments that may yet fulfill these ancient predictions. The timeline of these prophecies, their fulfillment, and their ultimate meaning remain subjects of intense debate and speculation. Scholars and theologians pore over these texts, seeking clarity and closure, yet finding more questions than answers. The mystery of timing and fulfillment lingers, a puzzle that refuses simple solutions, challenging us to reconsider our understanding of history and destiny. The prophecies of Daniel, with their enigmatic symbols and cryptic messages, invite endless exploration and interpretation, a journey of discovery that never truly concludes. As these visions of Daniel unfold, the sense of shock gives way to anticipation. The potential for ancient prophecies to intersect with present realities creates a narrative rich with tension and intrigue. Each revelation within the visions draws us deeper into a story still being written, where the fates of nations hang in the balance, and the mysteries of the past whisper to the present. This unfolding tale, full of hidden truths and untold secrets, promises more discoveries and deeper understanding as the layers of prophecy continue to unravel. As the spotlight turns to Cyrus the Great, one can't help but marvel at the grandeur of his legacy. This towering figure, not only a conqueror but also a unifier, reshaped the ancient world with a vision that extended beyond mere territorial expansion. Picture the vast empire he commanded, stretching from the Aegean Sea to the borders of India, a sprawling realm where diverse peoples and cultures coexisted under a single rule. Cyrus's reign marked a period of unprecedented growth and stability, characterized by his revolutionary approach to governance. Instead of ruling through fear and oppression, Cyrus embraced a policy of tolerance and respect for the customs and religions of the lands he acquired. This benevolent strategy earned him the admiration and loyalty of his subjects, and his legacy as a magnanimous ruler endures to this day. In a remarkable twist of fate, Cyrus's story intertwines with the Hebrew Scriptures, where he is not just portrayed as a mighty king, but as an instrument of divine purpose. The book of Isaiah contains a striking declaration. Cyrus is referred to as the Anointed One, a title that implies a chosen vessel for divine action. Imagine the shockwaves this prophecy must have sent through the ancient world. A Persian monarch appointed by God to fulfill a sacred mission. This astonishing claim challenges conventional notions of divine selection, prompting reflections on the mysterious ways in which celestial plans unfold. Cyrus's edict to allow the Jewish exiles to return to Jerusalem and rebuild their temple was seen not merely as an act of political magnanimity, but as a fulfillment of this extraordinary prophecy. The impact of Cyrus on the course of biblical history cannot be overstated. His actions set in motion a chain of events that would shape the spiritual and cultural landscape of the region for centuries. By facilitating the return of the Jewish people to their homeland, Cyrus inadvertently preserved the religious traditions and narratives that form the backbone of Judeo-Christian heritage. His role as a liberator, as recorded in 2 Chronicles, underscores the profound influence of political decisions on spiritual destinies. The reverberations of his decree are felt even today, as scholars and theologians grapple with the broader implications of his legacy on religious thought and practice. Yet, the story of Cyrus doesn't end here. His legacy, while anchored in ancient texts, continues to resonate in contemporary discussions about leadership, justice, and religious freedom. As the world navigates the complexities of modern geopolitics, Cyrus's example of cross-cultural respect and enlightened governance offers a blueprint for fostering harmony in today's diverse societies. His visionary approach to empire building, rooted in principles of tolerance and inclusion, challenges leaders to consider the ethical dimensions of power. Could it be that Cyrus's story holds lessons for addressing the pressing issues of our time? The enduring fascination with his legacy suggests that the answers may lie in understanding the timeless truths embedded in his reign. As we delve further into the narrative, questions arise about the modern implications of Cyrus's legacy. How do we reconcile the image of a conqueror with that of a divinely appointed servant? What can his story teach us about the intersection of faith and politics in shaping human destinies? The intrigue surrounding Cyrus's unique position in biblical prophecy invites deeper exploration, urging us to seek wisdom from the past as we chart a course for the future. The mysteries of his life and reign beckon us to look beyond the surface, to uncover the hidden connections that bind history and prophecy in an intricate dance of fate. The tale of Cyrus the Great stands as a testament to the complex interplay between historical events and spiritual revelations. His influence, both as a historical figure and a prophetic symbol, continues to inspire reflection on the nature of leadership and the divine orchestration of world events. As we ponder the legacy he left behind, we are drawn into a narrative that transcends time, a story that invites us to question, to seek, and to understand the deeper meanings behind the unfolding of history. In this exploration, the life of Cyrus remains a beacon of wonder and anticipation, a reminder that the past holds keys to unlocking the mysteries of the future. The clash of Persia and Greece, immortalized in the annals of history, is a saga of titanic proportion. Imagine the tumultuous tides of the Aegean Sea, where Persian fleets once sailed, their prows cutting through the waves with the weight of imperial ambition. This epic struggle, rich with drama and destiny, is more than a mere historical footnote. It is a tale of empires colliding, each driven by its own vision of power and glory. In the shadow of this conflict, the prophecies in Daniel cast a long and enigmatic shadow, their verses whispering of a destiny shaped not by human hands alone. Within the pages of Daniel, the intricate dance between Persia and Greece unfolds with vivid symbolism. The ram with two horns, representing the dual power of the Medes and Persians, charges forth with vigor, only to encounter the swift and singular horned goat, Greece. This encounter is not simply a clash of armies, but a meeting of fates, foretold in the celestial tapestry of prophecy. The imagery of these visions transcends the physical, inviting contemplation of the deeper forces at play. As these empires battle for supremacy, the prophecies suggest a narrative orchestrated by forces beyond the visible realm, a cosmic chess game with kingdoms as the pieces. The symbolic meanings embedded within these prophecies offer a window into the nature of power and its transient hold. Persia, with its vast dominions and intricate bureaucracy, represents an age-old quest for stability and control. In contrast, Greece, characterized by its philosophical vigor and democratic ideals, embodies a different kind of power, one rooted in the pursuit of knowledge and the spirit of inquiry. The clash between these two giants is more than a military confrontation. It is a philosophical struggle, a battle between different visions of civilization and governance. This conflict echoes through the corridors of history, its reverberations felt in the very foundations of modern political thought. As we examine the reverberations of this ancient conflict, the connections to today's geopolitical tensions become apparent. The echoes of Persia and Greece resonate in the contemporary world, where nations grapple with similar questions of power, identity, and influence. The lessons of this historic encounter, etched in prophecy and history, challenge us to reflect on the nature of ambition and the enduring quest for dominance. The ancient struggle between these empires serves as a mirror to our own times, a reminder that the pursuit of power is as much about ideals as it is about territories. The ongoing impact of these ancient prophecies is a source of endless fascination and debate. The narratives woven into the fabric of Daniel's visions continue to captivate scholars and seekers, their meanings layered and elusive. As we delve deeper into these prophetic texts, the questions they raise become more pressing, urging us to consider the implications of these ancient stories on our understanding of destiny and free will. The unresolved tension within these prophecies keeps the narrative alive, inviting exploration and discovery as we seek to unravel the mysteries they hold. The story of Persia and Greece, with its rich tapestry of prophecy and conflict, remains a compelling chapter in the saga of human history. The interplay of power, ambition, and destiny portrayed in these ancient texts challenges us to look beyond the surface of historical events and seek the deeper truths that lie beneath. As we navigate the complexities of our own era, the lessons of the past offer valuable insights into the nature of leadership and the forces that shape the world. The narrative of Persia and Greece, though rooted in the distant past, continues to unfold, its mysteries yet to be fully revealed. In this journey of discovery, the story of these ancient empires beckons us to explore the unknown, to seek understanding in the midst of uncertainty, and to embrace the endless possibilities that lie ahead. Deep within the ancient texts of Daniel lies a figure shrouded in mystery and intrigue, the enigmatic Prince of Persia. This figure is not a monarch or a warrior, but a spiritual entity that stands in opposition to the divine messengers sent to Daniel. Picture the scene. The prophet Daniel, in fervent prayer for his people, finds his supplications interrupted by a celestial vision unlike any other. Amidst the ethereal glow, an angelic figure reveals that their journey was hindered for 21 days by this Prince of Persia. This is a depiction of spiritual warfare, where unseen forces engage in battles beyond the comprehension of mortal eyes. The narrative unfolds in Daniel 10, where the cosmic struggle between heavenly beings and earthly realms plays out, suggesting a realm of conflict that transcends the tangible world. The Prince of Persia, as portrayed in these texts, represents more than just a spiritual adversary. This figure embodies the unseen machinations and spiritual forces that influence the affairs of nations. The battle waged by this prince is not against flesh and blood, but against the divine plans for the people of Israel. The angelic messenger, eventually aided by the archangel Michael, breaks through this celestial resistance to deliver his message. This vivid imagery paints a picture of a spiritual dimension where geopolitical events are mirrored by cosmic struggles, hinting at deeper layers of reality that govern the fate of empires and peoples. The presence of such spiritual entities within the biblical narrative challenges perceptions of power and influence, suggesting that earthly events are orchestrated by forces beyond human control. The symbolic and literal interpretations of the Prince of Persia offer a dual lens through which to view this mysterious entity. As a symbol, this prince represents the spiritual opposition faced by those seeking to enact divine will on earth. In a more literal sense, this figure could be seen as a representation of the spiritual guardianship or hindrance over a specific region or people. The passage from Daniel implies a world where spiritual beings hold sway over geographical and political domains, influencing the course of human history. This notion invites contemplation on the interplay between the seen and unseen, where every action has a spiritual counterpart and every nation is subject to the influence of celestial overseers. The implications of this unseen conflict resonate through the corridors of time, affecting how spiritual warfare is perceived and understood. The struggle between the Prince of Persia and the divine messenger reflects a broader narrative of good versus evil, a cosmic battle that shaped the destiny of nations. This conflict transcends the immediate context of Daniel's vision, offering insights into the enduring nature of spiritual battles that continue to influence the world today. The story serves as a reminder that beneath the surface of geopolitical tensions and cultural exchanges lie forces that operate on a spiritual plane, shaping outcomes in ways that may not be immediately visible. The story of the Prince of Persia holds contemporary relevance, influencing how current events are interpreted through the lens of spiritual warfare. The notion that spiritual forces could have a tangible impact on global affairs invites reflection on the complexities of power and influence in today's world. The struggle depicted in Daniel suggests that behind every political maneuver and every shift in power dynamics, there may be unseen forces at play. This perspective encourages a re-evaluation of the nature of conflict and cooperation, extending beyond mere human interactions to encompass a broader spiritual dimension. Understanding this interplay between the spiritual and the material offers a unique vantage point from which to analyze the unfolding events of our time. As we journey through these ancient texts, the narrative of the Prince of Persia remains an open-ended tale, full of unresolved tension and anticipation for further revelations. The figure of this spiritual adversary continues to captivate and challenge, inviting deeper exploration into the mysteries of spiritual warfare and its impact on the world stage. The story leaves us on the precipice of discovery, poised to uncover more about the connections between the celestial and terrestrial realms. The mysteries embedded within these scriptures beckon us forward, promising new insights and a deeper understanding of the forces that shape our existence. As the sun sets over the modern Iranian landscape, casting long shadows across its ancient landmarks, a deeper narrative unfolds, one that links the present day with the cryptic prophecies of old. The intricate dance of geopolitics is at play here, where Iran's strategic maneuvers and alliances are scrutinized under the lens of ancient scriptures. These texts, with their layered meanings and symbolic portrayals, offer a perspective that transcends time, suggesting that the forces shaping today's headlines may have been foretold millennia ago. The complexities of Iran's interactions on the world stage are rich with historical echoes, inviting a contemplation of how these ancient predictions might be reflected in today's global dynamics. Turning the pages of Ezekiel and Revelation, one finds tantalizing references that spark intrigue about Iran's place in the prophetic tableau. The passages speak of alliances and confrontations that resonate uncannily with current international tension. As these ancient words are dissected by contemporary scholars, theories abound about their interpretations and implications. Each interpretation carries weight, revealing a spectrum of possibilities that weave Iran into a narrative of biblical proportions. Theological implications ripple through these discussions, as the alignment of nations seemingly mirrors the ancient scripts. This exploration into the prophetic texts offers a glimpse into a world where divine narratives and earthly events converge, challenging the very fabric of our understanding. Theological scholars often find themselves at a crossroads, where the ancient texts meet modern interpretations. The weight of these prophecies is immense, their implications profound. As experts delve into the scriptures, they uncover layers of meaning that suggest a divine orchestration at play. The actions of Iran and its neighbors are examined through this prophetic lens, revealing a tapestry of spiritual and geopolitical significance. The potential for these ancient predictions to influence contemporary events is a notion that captivates the imagination, igniting debates and discussions among theologians and political analysts alike. This confluence of the sacred and the temporal opens a dialogue that bridges the past with the present, inviting a reevaluation of how history and prophecy intersect. The anticipation for the ultimate revelation within these prophecies builds with each new interpretation and discovery. The texts of Ezekiel and Revelation are more than historical artifacts. They are living documents that continue to speak to the current age, as scholars and laypersons alike seek to understand their messages. A sense of expectation permeates the air. The notion that these ancient words hold the key to unlocking the mysteries of today's geopolitical landscape is both thrilling and daunting. This journey of discovery is far from over, with each new insight offering a piece of the grand puzzle that continues to unfold. In the heart of this narrative lies a tension, an unresolved question that beckons further exploration. The intricate web of prophecy and reality remains partially shrouded in mystery, inviting continued investigation and contemplation. This tension is not a barrier but a catalyst, urging those who seek truth to delve deeper into the texts and the world around them. The pursuit of understanding is a relentless journey, one that promises to unveil more secrets and insights as the story progresses. As the narrative unfolds, the anticipation for what lies ahead grows, promising revelations that will challenge and inspire those who dare to look beyond the surface. As we stand on the precipice of these discoveries, the narrative remains open-ended, full of potential and possibility. The ancient prophecies, with their enigmatic symbols and profound implications, continue to captivate and intrigue. The journey through these texts is a testament to the enduring power of prophecy and its relevance in the modern age. As the story continues to unfold, the anticipation for what is yet to be revealed is palpable, inviting all who seek wisdom to embark on this quest for understanding. The mysteries of the past beckon, promising insights that will illuminate the path forward and deepen our comprehension of the world we inhabit. As the sun dips below the horizon, painting the skies over Tehran with hues of gold and crimson, the final piece of an ancient puzzle clicks into place. The prophecy from Jeremiah 49 reveals a staggering endgame for this storied land, a promise of restoration. Yet I will restore the fortunes of Elam, it declares, hinting at a resurgence that defies millennia of upheaval. It's a whisper of hope amidst the echoes of history, suggesting a destiny not yet fully realized. Imagine the awe of knowing that a script written eons ago still holds sway over today's unfolding saga. This revelation is no mere footnote. It's a testament to the enduring interplay between ancient foresight and present reality. With this powerful conclusion, the narrative of Iran in prophecy becomes more than a tale of past glories and future uncertainties. It's a living testament to the divine script still in motion, a call for introspection and dialogue. Share this newfound insight, engage with the unfolding mystery, and let the world know that the past is not just prologue but a living, breathing chapter of today's global theater. Like the majestic skyline of Tehran, where ancient prophecy meets modern ambition, this story demands to be told and retold. So, if this exploration has sparked your curiosity, share your thoughts below. Let this conversation echo through time and space, just as the prophecies have done for centuries.